Yeah.
Hi. Louise from Planet Mosh, and I'm here with Olli from Reckless Love,
Hello.
who's on the third night of a tour of the UK. So you've done 2 gigs so far, Newcastle and Glasgow. How's it going so far?
It's been awesome, as usual. I mean, Newcastle and Glasgow both are like really loud audiences. Usually, both really good venues, Academy and Cat House. But you know, they're not much to Nottingham's Rock City, of course. This
This is a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not been here for quite a long time, but I think it's quite a big stage, or like bigger than some of the others you play, because I know Manchester is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And you're quite athletic and you like to run and jump. How does that impact on your performance, the size of the stage?
Well, it can impact it, but usually it just gives us more freedom to just to walk or run.
Yeah.
But you know, otherwise, especially now, it's just like it's just more dangerous for myself. I'm not 20 anymore, so I can easily injure myself.
And is it much colder in Finland at the moment? Because you and Hesu particularly like to take off your tops.
It's actually pretty cold in Finland, but the thing is that because it's so cold, the people have found a way to build the houses so that we can escape the cold. So indoors is way warmer than here. It's like summertime indoors. So taking our tops off is basically just like we do it all the time.
And you do it for the fans?
Well, it has become somewhat of a like a number. It's like an encore.
Because I noticed Yale and Pepe, they're probably a bit shyer. They seem to keep their tops on.
Yeah, and there's also this practicality thing, because if they want to take their top off, they have to take the guitar off first.
Yeah, so that's a bit harder.
And Hesu doesn't take his top off. He just goes on stage without his top, because I think that's the way he's used to playing drums or something like that. I mean, we've tried to force him to wear a leather jacket for a video, but he cannot do that.
Right.
He did that for So Happy I Could Die, and he kept complaining so much that we had to shut him up. Okay, we'll all go topless.
So you did Spirit, and that was released in about 2013. So are you currently working on a new album?
Well, yeah, or I'll just, I've been saying that we're working on new material. We cannot call it an album yet. We've got plenty of like these sketches of songs, but they're not really like complete songs yet. And it's still a work in progress.
So will there be any new songs tonight?
No, unfortunately not.
Right.
But the tour is called The Last Blast from the Past, so we'll just have to do with the old songs tonight. And we're doing some deep cuts from the earlier records. It's sort of a best of kind of set list tonight.
Oh, sounds good. I don't know. It's when you've done your videos, you did Beautiful Bomb and So Happy I Could Die, and it seemed to be filmed in kind of big warehouses. Was it the same place or were they different places?
Oh no, the first 2 videos that we did, proper videos, were Beautiful Bomb and Romance, and those 2 were shot in the same place.
Yeah.
But So Happy I Could Die is actually it's an abandoned building. It's quite near where I live, actually. It's like a half a kilometer away from, or half a mile away where I live, something like that. And to shoot the video, it was actually a bit of an effort, because it's an abandoned building, and there's no electricity, no running water or anything.
Yeah.
And when you throw some paint on me, on top of each other, the pink paint got into my hair, and you have to wash it immediately after the paint has gotten into your hair. Otherwise, my hair would still be pink. So we brought in just a huge, massive buckets of water, and there's actually making of footage of me washing my hair in this big jar. It looks like I'm drowning myself.
Because I was going to ask, who comes up with the ideas for the videos?
For that particular video, it was me, Pepe, and the director of the video, Ville. It was like a brainstorming session that we had.
Yeah.
He had this idea of like the paint thing. He wanted to, and the slow motion kind of stuff. Like he wanted to throw some paint on us, and to make it look like really high. Shoot it with a high-speed camera and slow it down like really slow. And I found the location, and we just kept on like shooting at ideas at each other with Pepe and Ville.
Yeah, because it looked like really good fun.
It was fun, yeah.
But no doubt it was very messy.
With the video shot, like it was like we did it for in 14 hours straight, like, and for from those 14 hours, it was like 10 hours of banging my head. So I actually, I injured my neck a little bit.
Yeah.
So this whole muscle, there was like a whole muscle infected in my in the back of my head, and I had to do this press thing in London actually, like 2 days after the video shoot. So I was heavily medicated when I was here.
Oh dear.
The doctor asked me, "What have you done with your head?" And I said, like this, and then I banged my head in the doctor's office, and he said, "Don't do that with your head. It's not, your neck is not supposed to stand that." And I just kept thinking, what about Metallica guys? They've been doing that for 40 years. I did that for 14 hours or 10.
Yeah, and they're still going, so you'll probably be okay.
Yeah.
In the long run.
I'm okay, yeah.
Have you started being able to kind of kick with both legs? I know when you're jumping about, your kicks.
Yeah.
You practice those? Can you get like...
Not really, and that's why I keep hurting myself with
Right.
doing those.
And can you do the full splits?
Yeah, but not on stage. No, I'm not like Michael
Yeah.
Monroe.
And do you...
It's like when if it's really slow, I have to like ease myself into it. But I do stretch that much.
I think I can probably do like about a foot. That's about it. And how do you keep fit? Do you do a lot of acrobatics and...
What did our press agent say? Oh yeah, I have a lot of sex and sauna. No.
Right, no, that's right.
No, I mean I do. I like to work out. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to box. So I was into boxing for 7 years, since I was 7 until I was 14. And I dropped that. I didn't like it. I didn't like hitting people, but I liked to work out, and it has kept me going still. I mean, I do some running. I go to gym every now and then.
Yeah.
But it's not like I don't have a regime or I don't have a program or anything like that planned. I don't watch my eating or drinking.
Well, you won't want to keep boxing because you might have ended up with a broken nose or a
I
cauliflower
have a
ear.
broken nose, and it's actually a bit crooked.
Is it?
Yeah.
Looks all right. And do you think the Reckless Love have got more female fans than male?
Could be.
Some men, when I say, I'm going to see Reckless Love, I'm going to interview them, they're quite derogatory. But I've always found it to be a really good fun show. And I kind of think it's probably because you're all really good looking that they're quite derogatory.
Well, when we started out, I think there were plenty of girls in the audience, but I think nowadays it seems like the girls are taking their boyfriends with them.
Yeah.
And the guys seem to, be like, I thought they were really bad, but they're kind of good.
Yeah.
I mean, the audience seems to have more bass in the roar nowadays.
Yeah, it's normally a good show. And is being good looking part of the job specification?
Well, we just can't help it.
You can't help it, well, that's fair enough. And next year, what have you got coming next for Reckless Love fans, festivals wise?
Next year, hopefully some new material will be released. The reason why we have the tour, or we named the tour "The Last Blast from the Past," is that because it's highly likely that when we come back to the UK next year, we have some new material out, and hopefully a new record at some point during the year. Some festivals, some more touring. The tour never ends.
Will you be playing Sweden Rocks, kind of? Well, no, it's not Finland, but so...
Yeah, we did that. Like, we've been all over Europe this year. I mean, we played in Germany, Austria, Poland, Italy, Spain.
Yeah.
I think France is the only place we haven't gone this year.
So, well, maybe next year.
Yeah, hopefully that too, and hopefully we'll get to the States and do some Southern America tours in there. Maybe Japan, hopefully.
Right.
But yeah, we're gonna do some acoustic shows in Finland, some really special treats for the fans.
Very good. And do you think that the scene in Finland is kind of more, I don't know how you said it, more conducive to like rock than over here? Because I know a lot of bands over here, they don't keep going because they just can't get the money that I think you perhaps get.
It's hard everywhere. I mean, we've been talking about this with our management, with other bands, and like everybody seems to be thinking of, okay, it's it's a recession. I mean, it's not like that much money in the business at the moment. But as Alice Cooper once said it, rock and roll is it's kind of like a roller coaster. It takes you high and it takes you down, but you just have to hold on tight.
Right. Well, thank you for talking to us. And before we finish, have you got any final message for your fans out there?
Yeah, never mind that, life is hard. Don't worry too much. Have some fun and let us be the soundtrack to your fun.
Right, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
All right.